If you want to ferment whole vegetables or big chunks of vegetables, then you need to do them in a saltwater brine. And typically I work with a 5% brine. And what that means is, based on the weight of the water that you are adding, 5% salt. So it's very easy in the metric system. A liter of water takes 50 grams of salt to make a 5% brine. For people who are, in the US on the imperial system, for a quart of water, that's roughly 3 tablespoons of salt. I use that as a starting point, and then I cover the vegetables that I'm fermenting in the vessel with as little brine as possible. Just like imagine the extreme case of putting a cucumber in a swimming pool. First of all, the flavor of the cucumber would just be diluted almost infinitely, like there'd be no flavor of cucumber in that water. And also in terms of the bacteria from the cucumber taking over that environment, they never could. So you just want to cover the vegetables with as little brine as possible. And then it'll take most of a day for the salt to absorb into the vegetables. And so it takes some hours before you can really taste the saltiness that it ends up being, because the 5% brine is very salty. You wouldn't want to eat something that was 5% salt. But typically, let's say you're filling up a liter-sized jar, you would use about half a liter of brine to cover that, and so the salt proportion would actually be cut in half, and it would be somewhere between 2 and 2.5% salt. But what I like to do is after about 24 hours, after I pour the brine over the vegetables, is just taste it. Just stick my finger in and taste the brine. And that gives you an indication of the saltiness level, and if it feels like it's still a little bit too salty, add a little bit more water, and if it tastes like it's not quite salty enough, add a little bit of salt.